Hi, everyone. Mrs. Caulfield here, and I'm ready to start a new book with you. The book I chose is called Junie B. Jones and Some Sneaky Peeky Spying. I'm just so excited to find out what Junie B. Jones gets into in this book. Chapter 1 is called Sneaky Peeky Spying. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I like B, and that's it. I go to kindergarten. Kindergarten is what comes before first grade, except for, I don't know why it's called that silly word of kindergarten, because it should just be called 0 grade, I think. My teacher is named Mrs. She has another name too, but I like Mrs., and that's all. Mrs. has short brown hair and a long skirt of wool, and she smiles a real lot, except for sometimes when I'm noisy, she claps her loud hands at me. It used to scare me very much, only then I got used to it, and now I don't even pay attention to that. I wish Mrs. lived next door to me. Then me and her would be neighbors. Then me and her would be best friends. And also, I could spy on her. Spying is when you get very quiet and you look at people through a peeky hole or a crack in something. I am a very good spyer. That's because I have sneaky feet and my nose doesn't make a whistling sound when I breathe. Last Friday morning at Grandpa Miller's house, I hid it in a dirty clothes hamper. Then when Grandpa came into the bathroom, I lifted up the lid a teeny bit and I peeked my eyes at him, and guess what? Grandpa Miller took his whole teeth right out of his head. That's what. I popped it right out of the hamper. Hey, Grandpa, how do you do that crazy thing? I hollered. Then my grandpa screamed it very loud and he runned out of the bathroom speedy quick. Grandpa Miller has high blood pressure, I think. Pretty soon, Mother hurried into the bathroom with angry feet. That's it, she said. No more spying. This is the last time I'm telling you. Do you hear me, Missy? Do you? Yes, I said, because you're hollering right in my ear. That's why I hear you. Then Mother took me home, except for she kept on staying mad at me. Find something quiet to do, she said, very growly. Your baby brother has to take a morning nap. So then I thought and thought about what to do, and a very great idea popped it into my head. First, I took off my loud shoes, and then I tippy-toed into baby Ollie's room, just my sock feet, and I spied it on him through the bars of his crib. Because what could be quieter than sneaky peeky spying, of course? Only too bad for me, because that boring old baby just kept sleeping and sleeping, and he wasn't being any fun. So that's how come I accidentally bloated in his face. And I tickled his nose with a ribbon. And I shouted, "Wake up!" in his ear. And guess what? Ollie opened his eyes, that's what, and then he started crying very loud, and Mother run it into his room, only she didn't even see me because I quick hide it in the closet. I smiled to myself. I am the bestest spyer in the whole wide world. And I said inside of my head, that's how come when I rode the bus to school today, I did a little bit of bragging. I am the best spyer in the whole world, I said to my bestest friend, Grace. And then I took off my shoes and I showed her my sneaky sock feet. See, I said, see how quiet they are? You can hardly even hear those guys. After that, I breathed it in and out of my nose. See, I said, it doesn't whistle either, I said. That Grace smiled. I'm a good spyer too, she said. I patted her. Yeah, only too bad, Grace. But you can't be as good as me because I said it first. Then that Grace did a mad breath at me. It's called a huffy, I think. I heard your nose whistle, Grace, I told her. Just then the bus got to school, and me and that Grace raced each other to the playground, except for she beated me, only it didn't count because I actually wasn't really racing. And then we played at horse, and my other bestest friend named Lucille came along, only pretty soon the bell rang and we all run into room 9 pretty quick. Mrs. was at the door waiting for us. "Good afternoon, lady," she said. "Good afternoon, lady," I said right back to her, very polite. Then Mrs. smiled at me. That's because she is the nicest teacher I ever saw. And so I wish me and her were bestest friends. And guess what? I wish I could hide in her hamper. Chapter 2 was called Questions. Until then, take good care, everyone.